Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. I'm here to give my Chinese Grand Prix race review and observations, and without any further ado, let's get right into the video. And starting off with the race itself, well, the race was, it was decent. Not the best. Definitely the rain on Saturday kind of set my standards for the racing high for me, that the race kind of felt a bit mediocre. The high point of the entire race session was the safety car restart, and apart from that, the race was pretty straightforward. I actually enjoyed both the Friday and the Saturday sessions more than the Sunday race itself, so I don't know what to really make out of it. With that being said, now let's head into my race observations. RB's weekend collapses. RB's weekend looked good, at least from Ricciardo's side of the garage. He was all set to score his first points of the season until Mr. Never Admit to Your Lack of Awareness decided to rear-end Daniel Ricciardo heading into the final hairpin at the safety car restart, giving him diffuser damage, which kind of pulled curtains to his race. On the other side, Yuki was just getting more and more comfortable with the track, but on the same lap, Yuki also got spun around by Kevin Magnussen, giving both the drivers puncture, and Yuki also had to retire from the race. So on the whole, it was a weekend that was looking very good for RB, for them to continue the momentum of scoring points coming off of Australia and Japan, but it all turned sour rather quickly, with both the cars having to DNF on the same lap or the lap after. Sauber can't catch a break. Sauber just can't catch a break. Both the cars looked very competitive this weekend. It all looked good for the team to score their first points of the season. And Bottas in specific was in a very good position to score points. Even the pit stops for the team was looking rather decent for their own standards. But the car was like, scoring points? No. I can't let you do that, so it decided to grenade its own engine, so that Bottas had to retire from the race from a very strong position to score points. It seems like the team just can't catch a break or generate any positive momentum, breaking their cycle of bad luck. Are Mercedes and Alpine the same on race pace? Mercedes had another weekend that proved how inconsistent their car are in terms of race pace. With scoring some solid points with both cars at the sprint race, Hamilton only qualified P18 for the feature race, making a mistake heading into the final hairpin. Although it looked like he had the pace to make it through the field, from what we read from the sprint race, it was quickly proven that Hamilton was struggling to find balance with the car in the feature race and had the pace that was very similar to Ocon, that just got some new upgraded bits to the car, which was very shocking to witness. With multiple cars ahead of Hamilton retiring or getting penalties from the race, he managed to finish the race P9. If not for that, Hamilton would have actually walked away from this weekend scoring no points from the feature race. And Mercedes is expected to get new upgrades for the W15 at the Miami Grand Prix weekend, so let's just hope that the new upgrades turn their fortune for the better. Has the setup screwed over Perez? Checo, despite finishing P3 in the feature race, it looked like he was rather compromised with his pace with the tweaks made to the setup after the sprint race. His pace was actually a whole lot closer and looked rather better during the sprint shootout and the sprint race. The tweaks that the team did to his car after the sprint race kind of made him slower. In the feature race, he had pace that was very similar to Lando in a McLaren, which was not the case in the sprint race. In the sprint race, Checo actually looked like the second quickest car by a comfortable margin, but the setup tweaks that the team made to the car to overall improve the pace of the car after the sprint race kind of went against him. But still, P3 is a solid result for him. He's still doing all the right things to make a solid case for himself to continue his ties with Red Bull for 2025. Lando Norris redeems for the sprint race mistake. Lando, after bottling the sprint race by running out wide at the race start, made up for it by delivering a strong performance in the feature race by finishing P2, splitting both the Red Bulls, which I'm sure is a result that he should be proud of, and McLaren in general seemed pretty quick at this track. With the team expecting themselves to not perform too well at China, their performance seemed to have surprised themselves. But still, it just makes me wonder what could have been in the sprint race for Lando if it wasn't for that mistake. Aston's strategical failure. I feel like Aston Martin might have thrown away a result that could have been better than just a P7 with fast lap with Alonso. By putting him under the safety car and switching him onto a soft commuter tire, I immediately knew that they might have thrown away a better result that could have helped them leapfrog Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship. It was a strategy that was slightly over-ambitious, and I feel like Alonso himself might have compromised his result by battling Perez at the opening stages of the race. To defend against Perez, who was on a faster car, he had to use more of his tires, which might have taken the performance life out of it, which could have also compromised his strategy for the race. Can Logan Sargent's performance get any worse? Logan Sargent again had another abysmal race weekend at China. With qualifying P20, he finished the race P17, being again last of the runners. Though the Williams was not the best in terms of race pace at China, his teammate Albon still delivered a better weekend for the team, finishing P12, 30 seconds ahead of his teammate. So this performance was actually very poor from him. With us heading into his home race next, let's just hope that he can redeem himself there in Miami. It's another sprint weekend which I'm not too excited about because Miami as a track is not my favorite. So yes, a back-to-back sprint weekend just kind of gets me a bit fatigue of the sprint format. So yes guys, these are my thoughts and opinion, my observations of the Chinese Grand Prix feature race. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and let me know down in the comments on what were your thoughts on the Chinese Grand Prix race as well. Leave it down in the comments, I'm curious to know. With that being said, subscribe to the Grandmaster channel if you haven't already, and also hit that bell icon while you're at it so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. And until next time, it's me Vinesh from Grandmaster and I'm out. Love you guys, stay safe, peace.